Hi, welcome to this Tuesday with Michelle. I am Michelle, who's going to be bringing you this beautiful, spicy Valentine's Day episode. So let's start off by saying this. Happy Valentine's Day to the people who celebrated Valentine's Day yesterday. Happy Galentine's Day to the girls who celebrated Galentine's Day yesterday. I know that this day brings mixed emotions. Some people love it, some people hate it. But you know what? I just hope that whatever you were expecting of the day ended up happening for you. For those people who wanted gifts, I hope you got those. For those people who wanted to spend time with their loved ones, I hope you got to do that. So, instead of talking about the soapy love stuff, I am actually going to do a reaction episode. How about that? We'll call it that. Basically, I went online and I was looking up Valentine's Day Fails because, the thing is that one thing that Valentine's Day lovers and Valentine's Day haters can agree on is, let's at least have a good time, right? Here's some terrible stories and laugh together. So I found some things that I thought I would share on this podcast and kind of just react to them and just to give you guys my thoughts about them. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this, okay? So this says, my ex gave me a handful of seeds. He said he was allergic to flowers, so I could grow my own. They weren't even in a bag or anything. He took them out of his pocket. Bruh, what? Like, you know what this sounds like? This to me sounds like somebody who is, number one, very stingy. Number two, like, you don't even show that you care. Like, at least put them in a plastic bag. You know what I mean? Like, how does this even make sense? Also, since you're allergic to flowers and you're giving her seeds, does that mean that you are going to be out of the picture by the time the flowers grow, sir? Let us know, please. Let us know if this is you, okay? Next one. My boyfriend of 4 years printed out 12 red roses on printer paper and laid them out on the floor, and that was it. No notes, just 12 pieces of paper. I had to pick up the paper roses before our cat shredded them. Needless to say, my expectations aren't high for this year. Y'all, listen, like at this point, I honestly think like this guy should not have done anything. There is no explanation for doing something like this. Like, maybe I'd expect this from someone who's like 4 years old, right? And doing this for their mom because they're like, oh, let me just like get her something and it would be a sweet, thoughtful gift. But for you to get a grown woman printed flowers, like, how does that even make sense? No. Unacceptable behavior. Next, I saw a teddy bear and a dozen roses on the counter at home and got super excited, thinking my boyfriend was surprising me. When he walked in, I hugged him and said, oh, babe, how sweet. I love them. He goes, oh, the UPS guy couldn't get our neighbor to answer, so he asked if I could give those to them when they got home. They're not for you. Close quotes, right? And then in parentheses, it says, he didn't get me anything. Bro, what? Like, to me, this is utter disrespect. This is another level of disrespect, right? Like, you have actually been inspired by your neighbors to see that, oh, wow, other people are doing this for their girlfriends, or other people are doing this for their wives or their fiancés. And here you are putting this on display where your girlfriend or your whoever is seeing it, and yet you get her nothing. Listen, I mean, I'm just saying, like, this is disrespect to me. And honestly, I don't really think that you should stay in this relationship. But who am I to judge, right? Next one. My now ex, well, we already know how that ended, right? Because the story that I'm about to go to will show you. Anyway, my now ex picked me up in a limo, took me to the fanciest hotel in town, wined and dined me all Valentine's Day weekend. Come on. Okay. So far I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, this sounds good. Okay, show us how it's done, sir. When he brought me back home via limo, he says to me, oh, your half of the cost is $450. Can you write me a check? Bro. What? Like, how are you going to take someone on this spending spree, have them under the illusion that you're paying for everything, only for you to be like, pay up? First of all, this girl did not ask you for all of this lavishness that you have taken her on. And then for you to then demand payment after. No. If it was me, I would refuse to pay. I'm sorry. I think that if you want me to pay for something, let me know beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, let me know, hey, we're gonna go on a weekend trip and this is your cost. The total is this and this is your cost. Do you want us to do it? Then let me say yes or no. But don't take me and then after that, expect me to pay. No. Next one. I didn't get anything because my ex-boyfriend's birthday was on Valentine's Day. He said that was his day. Yo, listen, I love my people, okay? I do. I love my people. But this sounds like some very African man behavior. Now, again, I will also say not every African man is like this. Okay, let me put it out there. There's some very romantic African men. Shout out to all those romantic African men that I know. But this sounds very, those people who just say, oh, well, because this is the day that I was born, you're the one who's supposed to get me something. Sir, like, just say that you don't want to spend money, okay? Just say that you don't want to spend money on this girl, and let's keep it moving. Next. So, first of all, before I go into this one, it turns out that a lot of people get engaged on Valentine's Day, which to me was very shocking. I don't know if I should have been shocked by that, but I was actually really shocked because I think that it's somewhat of a cliche, but at the same time, if I think about it, I'm like, oh, would I want to get, engaged on Valentine's Day? I'm like, oh, it kind of sounds cute, right? Anyway, needless to say, this is an engagement one, okay? So, this is how it starts, okay? It wasn't disastrous for the couple as much as it was for the restaurant. I used to work at a small southeastern restaurant. It wasn't anything you could mistake for upscale. We had someone call in and ask if we could fry the ring he was planning to propose with within a hush puppy. Extremely weird request, but we said sure. They come in to eat with their families. She gets her order of hush puppies. She doesn't choke on the ring and seems excited enough. They dined and dashed. Bruh! I mean, how are y'all starting some sort of marriage, union type of thing with the whole dine and dash, right? Like, is this some Bonnie and Clyde? Some, we're gonna steal things together? I don't know. Those who steal together stick together. It makes no sense to me. But this is just no. And you know what? Actually, maybe when they were dating before they even got to this whole point of getting engaged, this was like a thing that they already did, right? Like they dine and dash. That's the thing. So I don't know. This is just red flags. But to me, it looks like it's red flags on both ways, on both sides, the woman and the man. Next one. I walked up to a table. So this is from a waiter's perspective. I walked up to a table and was about to drop off the bill, caught the end of "it's over." Guy looked at me dead in the eye and said to split that effing check right now. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's really sad. It's really sad. Okay. And for anyone who's ever, had a breakup on Valentine's Day, I'm really, really sorry. And honestly, I really hope that there'll be people out there who will redeem the day for you. The way I'm reading the story, this girl breaks up with this guy, and this guy doesn't see it coming. And so when the waiter comes, I'm just imagining the guy had say, oh, babe, I want to take you out on a nice, date, let's go and all of that stuff. This guy was probably going to pay. And then this girl breaks up with him right at the table. And so, of course, he's like, let's split the check. He was not playing with it at all, at all, at all. Next one. Okay, so this one is called The Jealous Act. Okay, so I was working as a server in a restaurant, and Valentine's Day was an all-hands-on-deck shift. This guy I had started seeing wanted to go out, but I told him that I was working in food service. You never get Valentine's Day off, and we'll just have to celebrate the day after or the weekend after. Nope. He got so upset that he went and asked a different girl out. Came to the restaurant I worked at on Valentine's Day and sat in my section. He then proceeded to spend the entire evening making a fool of himself and making his date uncomfortable as he tried to make me jealous. Needless to say, we didn't go out again. Ever. Girl, good call on that. Like, this guy, the thing is that, I don't know, I feel like girls are more petty than men. And so when I see this, I'm kind of like, oh, it's kind of weird. This guy is petty. Petty. Okay, so if there are any men out there who are doing this is just, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And to me, I'm just like, this guy was really not serious about her. Or like, maybe he was serious about her, but then he thought this jealous act would draw them closer to each other instead of tear them apart. But sir, that is one twisted way of thinking. Okay, like, it makes no sense at all. Next one. This one is a waiter, okay? Last year, my work called me up and asked, Hey, buddy, we know you're single. Can you come in as an extra shift tonight? Oh my gosh. Some bosses are so disrespectful. How are you going to do that to somebody? Like, honestly, I think this is why people don't share their personal things with people at work, right? I know that in some workplaces, people will tell you about like their family, their husband, their wife, their children, and all of that. But some people just won't share stuff because now everybody knows your business, right? That, oh, this person is single. And so they can always take up extra shifts. This is one other level of just disrespect. So if you're a boss out there and you're listening to this, just don't do this, okay? Someone might be single, but it's not your job to remind them that they're single. You know what I mean? Let's respect each other, please. Okay, now I'm gonna end off with a few more. Okay, which one do I want to pick here? Let's go with this one. He brought me a massive, super expensive bouquet of long stem roses from a local florist. We ended up breaking up shortly thereafter, and he moved out. A couple of months later, I was going through my credit card statement and noticed a $200 charge on Valentine's Day from the florist. He bought me roses with my credit card. What? What? This is crazy to me. Bruh, like, how are you going to steal someone's credit card and use it to buy flowers for them? And he's very sneaky too, right? Because he then broke up with her after that. But like, she had thought, oh, Valentine's Day was good. He bought me flowers. Sis, you bought your own flowers. This is crazy. This is actually crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay? Okay, so let's go with the very last one. My ex-mother-in-law was awful and hated me for no reason other than she was upset that I was taking her son away. Because of this, she insisted that we spend all major and minor holidays at her house, including Valentine's Day. When I finally put my foot down and told my husband that I would rather not spend what is supposed to be the most romantic day of the year with his mom, he came up with a compromise where he would spend Valentine's Day alone with his mom without me, and then would celebrate with me either the day before or the day after. My husband literally left me for his mother. I'm so glad we're not married anymore. Listen, okay? We're probably gonna have a whole episode on Mama's Boys, but this ain't it. This is not it. Like, listen, everyone should love their mothers. They should. Men and women, love your mothers. But this mother, mommy's boy kind of behavior where now you're spending Valentine's Day with your mother and not your wife. Sir, make it make sense, please. Please. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna sign out right now. I really hope that this cheered up somebody. For people who don't like Valentine's Day, I hope that this, made you laugh. Or people who even like Valentine's Day. Hey, you guys got your presents and you got your stuff, your gifts yesterday. And so, you know what? Just have a good time with the rest of the people on the podcast, okay? I'm signing out, guys. Catch you in this Friday's episode. It's gonna be fire, okay? We're gonna be talking about the Tinder swindler. Whoop, whoop. I don't know. I'm so hyped right now. Anyway, catch you guys later. And thank you, as always, for listening. Bye.